Well, hello, beautiful soul. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you for being here. I'm here with a new episode of Creative Soul Sunday. So come on into the room. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. And once you're in the room, you know what to do, right? Get you a yummy beverage of your choice. Find you a cozy little corner where you're going to sit without being disturbed for a little bit. And then get you your journal. Yeah, because we're going to be journaling and introspecting on a new topic today. And what topic is that? Disrupt the norm. New frequencies, new flow. Disrupt the norm. New frequencies, new flow. All right. So, this is a place where your creativity meets your soul and self care. And as a creative, I think sometimes you find that your creative edge gets numbed from time to time, right? You hear of writers talking about writer's block, or just, singers or songwriters talking about just not being able to finish a particular song, finish writing it. You hear painters and whatever that, oh my God, I've been looking at this thing for so long and it started off well and now I don't know where it's gone. Just getting those blocks in your creativity, right? How can we overcome that? Getting out of your comfort zone is one of the ways that we can do that. Creative pathways are created when we get out of our comfort zone. So this is what I am challenging you to do this week, to allow yourself to look and see, where have I been just in routine all the time, repetition of the same things over and over again, and how is that blocking my flow? That's your first journal prompt, right? Is your flow being, blocked in some kind of way by repetition and comfort zone? Yeah. Your comfort zone is like a loop. So think of when you first created a playlist that you just love, and you put all these songs on the list. You're excited every single time you're up and about. You're like listening to this playlist. And by now, you know every single lyric to every song. You know which song is coming after which one. You are tired of this playlist. It doesn't hit the same as it did in the beginning. Why? You've listened to it too many times. It's been on repeat way too many times. And so now your senses are dulled around this playlist. You need something new. You need a new playlist. Right? So our creativity is the same. If we are doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, then we find that our creative edges, they get numbed or dummied down or dulled a little bit. And we want to break that cycle so that you can access newness, freshness that you can infuse into your creative works. So where have you just been stuck in routine, in a comfort zone? No judgment as you journal. This is all about observing, and then you see from there, is this serving me or not? And then changes can be made. No need to berate yourself about things. Let's learn to just observe without judgment. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next point. New actions literally create new neural pathways in your brain. When you introduce new actions into your life, they create new neural pathways in your brain. You rewire your brain. And the actions can be as simple as brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. Try it tomorrow morning, or this evening, actually, when you brush your teeth before you go to bed. Give it a try. Just brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand. Or sit down, take, pen and paper, and just write pages and pages and pages, 5, 6 if you can, with your non-dominant hand. Something that you don't usually do. That alone is already breaking routine and creating new neural pathways for you. And then through these new channels, you have another way in which you can express your creativity. Yeah? So I want you to challenge yourself to try doing something really small that is going to help you to create new neural pathways. It could be maybe when you're coming from work, instead of going route A back home like you usually do, take route B and just break the norm, right? Just try that and see how that works for you. And then tell me about it because I want to know. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Because everything is frequency, everything is energy, right? So everything is frequency as a result of that, including thought. Thoughts are at a particular frequency. And when you are in a certain comfort zone, you'll find that you think the same thoughts over and over and over and over again. That's because you are at a certain vibrational set point within this comfort zone. And that means that's a certain frequency. And that frequency attracts whatever thoughts are at that frequency level. That's why you might find that, oh my God, I'm bored with life. If you're bored, that's most likely because you haven't done anything to break out of routine. And you've been accessing sameness for so long that nothing new is coming to you. New ideas, new thoughts are not coming to you. Have you ever wondered why when you travel to a new place, all of a sudden, new ideas come, new thoughts come, you feel so free because you're accessing a frequency level that you haven't been accessing before. And that allows for fresh thoughts that are at that different frequency to flood into your energy field. So you can actually hack that. You don't have to travel far and wide. You can literally go to a park that you don't usually go to in your neighborhood. And when you do that and you walk around, you're going to find that, oh, I'm accessing new thoughts and new ideas just simply because you broke routine. It's amazing. I know for myself because I have studied it for myself. Especially if I am overthinking, I then tell myself, okay, you keep going around in circles and this is getting you nowhere. Now you're frustrated and frazzled, right? Get outside, hop on a bicycle, cycle to a neighborhood or a district I don't live in that I don't know very well, and just see something new. And every single time without fail, I feel lighter in my head. I feel like I can breathe. I feel like I can hear certain thoughts better. I feel like ideas come to me. I feel like I can access something new. That's because I've gone someplace else where the frequency is not the norm. And now new things that are at a different frequency are coming into my vibrational field. So do the same for yourself. How can you access new thought frequencies? What activities can you engage in that you don't normally engage in that are going to help you to do that? And keep it simple. Yeah. Keep it very, very simple. Don't overdo it. I mean, unless, of course, you want to. Hey, go for it. But I'm talking to some of you who are like, I don't know about changing. Just keep it very simple. Creativity is also a byproduct of courage. And being courageous, it doesn't have to be so scary, right? It can be just a little thing, a little step that you take to do something different, to do something you haven't done before. And just as uncomfortable as you are doing that, you just say to yourself, okay, I'm uncomfortable because I'm breaking routine, but I can do this. And then you go ahead and you do it. Maybe it's something as simple as going to a different part of, your city or your country where you don't speak the language there, and just seeing how you can fare for the weekend in that environment. How maybe you have to rely on body language to express yourself. This reminds me of when I first moved to China and I did not speak Chinese at that time. And I was surrounded by a lot of people who did not speak English. And it was very interesting to me because that's one of the times I really understood the power of energy, because I could not express myself using words to say, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to go. It was so difficult, but I realized, oh wow, I can feel people's energies, because I would be somewhere and I would need to have the courage to go up to a person and try to speak to them in English and see if they can help me with something, right? And I would then scan maybe the room or the area and literally, like, just from energy, feel like, I think if I approach that person as opposed to this person, that's what I'm going to try. And most of the time, when I follow through with just trusting that intuitive feeling of like, who energy kind of says to ask this person, most of the times the experience would be really a pleasant experience, you know? And I thought about that because I would get back home and I would be tired because I'm accessing so much newness, right? Like my brain is overworking. And I would be thinking thoughts I've never thought of before. I would be thinking of how interesting life is, that I'm a grown-ass adult and I can't even ask for what I need and what I want. And I have to sound so dumb, like a kid, just to get, something basic in a store, right? And how funny it was, and how much at that moment in time, there was not much I could do about it, right? And just going with the flow. And when I was thinking of this topic today, I thought back to those times and just realized how much I learned about myself, about people, about mannerisms, about body language, about just the unspoken, right, energies that are existing, because I had to be so alert to that because language was not working, right? The main form of communication that I was used to, it wasn't working. And now I had to pay attention to a different way of existing so that I could sort of like make it through my days. Oh my God, that was a lot. It was very interesting. It was very fascinating. And it's the same. So challenge yourself sometime this week, next week, whatever. Put it down. What are you going to do? Write it down, I mean. What are you going to do to just break routine, to break the norm, and then have the courage to go and do it? If not, just to observe yourself and see how you react in certain situations. Or if you're having to express yourself in a way that you don't usually use to express yourself, make fun of it. Don't be too serious. Laugh at yourself and see how that goes. And then translate that inspiration into your creativity. Because when you are in contrast, in newness, in freshness, in things that are just like the other way around, it does something, it sparks something in your creative channels. So that is the work for this week, to break the norm, disrupt the norm, so that you can access new frequencies that are going to give you new creative flow. Yeah? All right. That's our topic for today. I hope it was a good one for you. I'm so curious to know what you're going to do to break the norm, what activities you're going to get into. And when you do those activities, come back and let me know, please. How was the experience? Pay particular attention to your thoughts. Did you access any new thoughts? How did that go? And then how did all of that inspire you or help you to access your creative flow, creative juices that you're now going to channel into your creative work? Yeah? All right. I'm excited to hear back from you. So do hit me up in the comments and let me know. Okay. See you next week.